What's up, Bakugan Brawlers? BakuganSensei here with a special report. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the DNA scandal or mystery that's gripping Bakugan fans everywhere, especially here in the USA, where we're on Mectanium Surge Season 4. Those of you that are still on Gundalian Invaders, and those of you that are playing Bakugan Dimensions around the world, this does affect you even though you're not buying these on the shelf. We're going to take a look at some of the newest Mectanium Surge Bakugan that have come out, and we're going to take a look at this problem of why these Bakugan are coming without DNA codes. There's been a lot of theories out in the community on this. Originally, when brawlers were picking up these non-DNA coded Bakugan, let me zoom in here and show you. It's a blank DNA code spot there. When they were picking up these Bakugan, a lot of people assumed it was just a factory error. There was also and we're going to look into whether that's a factory error. I'll share my thoughts with you. Also, a lot of brawlers surmised, or there was a rumor spread, that Target was going to be selling Bakugan without DNA codes, and this is somehow a Target exclusive version. Those are a couple of the theories. Another theory is that they're just fakes. In the past, the DNA code is what Spin Master themselves told us is how we could determine, for entry into official tournaments, how we could determine a legitimate Bakugan or a fake, a counterfeit, an illegitimate one, a black market one, something sold loose, maybe from China, where most of this, well, all of this is made anyways. So we're going to talk about it today. If you haven't seen Kodak's video unboxing of Darkest Titanium Dragonoid, you should watch that. It's excellent. And really, the yellow die-cast metal highlight on the packaging is really the biggest giveaway to these suspect Bakugan. Either they're fake, counterfeit, we don't really know what's going on, but these ones that don't come with the DNA code. You should get a DNA code if you're here in the US. These Bakugan are being sold side by side in 2 separate Targets and 2 separate Walmarts, and some of them have the DNA code and some of them don't. So I've been showing you the packaging here side by side of 2 Titanium Dragonoids, Ventus, and I gotta tell you, I haven't unboxed these yet, but just looking at the detail of Titanium Dragonoid, by the way, he's a very, very incredible looking Bakugan, very fierce, definitely one of my favorite evolutions of Dragonoid in terms of the marble design, and very strong too. This is 920Gs, by the way. But as I compare the ones that come with the DNA code and without the DNA code, the manufacturing quality is identical. In fact, the packaging bears the Spin Master Sega Toys logo on both sets of packaging. If we look at both packaging, it still says the right trademarks there, who made Bakugan, who manufacture it. As we compare the packaging side by side, the biggest giveaway is the Baku Solos. When they were introduced in all the Wave 1 products, they talked about die-cast metal up here on the packaging, and shows it in black with a black background and white lettering there. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. And it mentions right down the lower corner, it's got a medallion. Unlock your Bakugan's DNA code at Bakugan.com. That's a specific reference to Bakugan Dimensions. If you guys aren't playing that, you should be. Search YouTube for Bakugan Dimensions. You can find some good brawls and stuff, but won't show you much of this packaging, but it's traditional. Shows you how to rub your Bakugan to reveal the hidden DNA code and upload it online. So not only is the front of the packaging different, but the back of the packaging is. So let's give you some quick pointers so that you can get Bakugan that come with DNA codes and stay away from these other ones. I don't know what's going on. This issue's been brought up on the official my.bakugan community forums, and Spin Master has not answered anyone that is asking, how does a brawler get his replacement DNA code if it's missing? They've just said that sometimes there's factory mess-ups and they don't come with DNA codes. But I would argue this is not a factory mess-up at all. What's going on is very, very intentional. This is very professional packaging. If it's a counterfeit, it's one of the best ones I've seen. I suppose it could be a black market one that comes actually from a Spin Master factory. They have 3 or 4 of these in China, and they found a way to sell these into the supply stream without DNA codes. But again, back to the packaging. The main difference is this yellow ring up here that says die-cast metal. I'm just going to pick this thing up. It says die-cast metal in yellow. The original ones have it in black with the DNA code. So this right here, I like to call the yellow ring of death. You've all heard of the Xbox 360 red ring of death. This is the Bakugan yellow ring of death. So that's the biggest giveaway on the packaging. Also, notice the cardboard placard behind the ones with DNA code and the ones without. it has the blue background with kind of lightning on it, and the ones without just have a white, dull piece of background behind it. So anyways, that's the biggest giveaway, is yellow lettering. Also, again, the medallion will appear that says unlock your Bakugan's code on the ones with DNA, and the ones without don't have that. The back of the packaging is also very different. I showed you the back of the one with the DNA code already, but without, they just show this Wave 2 Mectagon up there, this silent strike. It says Mectagon available now, and this yellow stripe here that says go to Bakugan.com for special content game rules. There's nothing on the back about dimensions whatsoever. Still the Sega Toys and Spin Master logo there on both packaging designs. One thing I noticed is that the information that shows Spin Master's information, Spin Master's based out of Canada, is their headquarters. The back of the packaging shows all their info in terms of the copyright info and contact info. When we look at the ones without the DNA code, it actually says Spin Master International on it, and it says Luxembourg, which is a small country in Europe. So why does this say Spin Master Luxembourg on it? And I've got a theory on that as well, but I just wanted to show you the difference in the packaging. So consistently, no matter which Bakugan you get, if you have any kind of yellow writing on it in regards to the die-cast metal, especially this white placard on the back, those are the two big giveaways that you're not going to get a DNA code. Now, why aren't you getting a DNA code? It shouldn't be like an Easter egg hunt trying to find ones with DNA versus ones without DNA. That is not fair at all. Both of these sell for $5.99. Why won't Spin Master give us any answers? I want to know how you guys can get your replacement codes. Honestly, I would just call Spin Master and complain. Their phone number is 1-800-622-8339. Ask them where your DNA code is. They should issue you a replacement. So anyways, let's get back to these theories. Originally, it was thought that these were possibly a Target exclusive, and Target negotiated a cheaper price on Bakugan so they wouldn't come with the DNA code to get a better bulk pricing and sell it in their stores. Originally, I wasn't sure if that was true, especially with Spin Master's silence on the whole issue. I didn't know what was going on. Also, are these fakes? Where's the missing DNA code? That was another valid theory. But the more that I gathered evidence, because I was preparing for this special for the past few weeks, I've been tracking down Bakugan all over. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I still have been collecting. And these are some of the newest Wave 2s that are out there, and this is really where the problem originated with these solos. So, the back of the packaging, as I said, talks about Spin Master Luxembourg on one of the versions, and on the other version, the one with the DNA code, it does not. So I'm wondering if maybe these were intended for an international market, possibly where they didn't have Bakugan dimensions. That would make sense. Also, the packaging, in terms of the packaging design, not a lot of people know this, but Spin Master says what revision of packaging it is down there. So that's revision 2, product T61323, revision 2. And when we look at the one without the DNA code, it's the same T61323, but it's revision 4. So the packaging's changed. Also, what was interesting is these ones without the DNA code were spotted first at Target, probably because they have better supply flow and they get Bakugan earlier than Walmart and even Toys R Us, some of the other retailers. But they said, oh, well, the later ones will come out with the DNA code. And sure enough, these ones started showing up on the shelf that had the blue lightning in the back and the Bakugan dimensions, and of course that ever important DNA code. So you have to look a little bit closer than that, because I guess that kind of made sense, but once I started looking at when these things were actually manufactured, the actual birthday of the Bakugan, this one, for example, was manufactured in 2011 on January 4th at factory APAG. Again, they have 3 or 4 factories. That's when this one was built, January 4th. Now let's look at the one without the DNA code with that telltale yellow ring of death. And let's look at its born on date. So its born on date is also January 2011, but it's January 7th, same factory, APAG. So this one was built January 7th, no DNA code, different packaging. This one was built January 4th, and yet it has the proper DNA code and the different packaging. So I would say that this is no accident at all. This is rather intentional. There's really only one other theory left other than what I've outlined. This could be the end of Bakugan Dimensions. And Spin Master, if you're doing that, that is ridiculous. You haven't even taken Bakugan Dimensions out of beta yet, and you would end support of Dimensions. And why won't you answer anyone on the official forums? Why don't you answer me? All of us brawlers deserve an answer. Why are these coming without DNA codes? So I'm going to continue on. So that's the Ventus titanium. Also a couple of darkest titanium, same way. The white cardboard placard, the yellow writing on it, the no medallion that says dimensions on it. Let's check the born dates on this. The one with the DNA code, it was made December 14th, 2010. The one without the DNA code, 2011, February 25th. So this is a very recent one. I just picked this up a couple of days ago. So the pattern here is that the ones with the DNA codes were made before the ones without. And so this is systematic. This is nothing random. I found whole cases like this with the yellow ring on it versus the red ring on the die-cast metal reference. So this is very intentional by design. And Pyrus, Infinity, Helios. This guy's beast. If you guys don't know this, this is a Baku Tactics where you actually can set the G power. It's Infinity Helios. This one clocks in at 1150 G. Man, that's a strong Bakugan. It's really broken, to be honest with you. But if I was Pyrus, I'd be brawling with one of these guys on my team for sure. So we've got one without the DNA code. Again, the white packaging. It's not the blue, the white cardboard. It's not the blue with the lightning. It's almost looks like someone turned the electricity off, so you can't go online with it. The yellow ring. And I bet you anything, if we look at the dates, sure enough, the one with the DNA code was made 2010, December 14th, APAG. The one without the DNA code was made January 7th, about 3 weeks later, 2011. So this packaging changed. The order must have been given. Does that mean they're ending dimensions? Again, if you're doing that, Spin Master, it's just stupid. You're still in beta. Why would you end dimensions? Why are you making some of these with DNA codes and some of these without? This is not an Easter egg hunt. It's not fair to kids who pay the same price or their parents and they can't upload their Bakugan online in battle. And why won't you at least tell everyone how to get replacement codes or offer us an explanation? So that's enough looking at these solos. This is where the story gets a little bit more interesting. This mystery, this scandal that we're talking about today. Everyone thought it was just Target only. And then one day I walked into Walmart and I found the Baku steel traps. And guess what I found on the Baku steel trap? That's right, the yellow ring of death. And you've got the white cardboard placard back there. Now this is a Walmart exclusive. There's no way the no DNA code scandal would be hitting only Target on a Walmart exclusive. And right there on this trap, Baku steel, darkest Piercian, you can see there's no DNA code there. There's no sticker, there's no cover-up. Back of the packaging, they got that stupid yellow stripe again that says Bakugan.com. No mention of dimensions at all. And let's see when this one was made. This one was made 2010, December 13th. Now this is a different factory, BWSG. So different factory, also affected. They must have got the order too. Because on December 13th, this factory was making them without the DNA code. A lot of you guys saw my Baku Steel Trap special. I do have them all with the DNA code. And again, it's got that telltale medallion on the front. Also the proper black die-cast metal writing. And the back of it does, of course, talk about rubbing your DNA code and unleashing your monster online. So I picked Piercian because, again, his DNA code's right there, real evident, right on the front. You can see the cover-up sticker there. And sure enough, the one without. Dates on these, December 13th on the one without. And this one is December 6th. So literally 1 week later, the packaging changed to no DNA code. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? It gets worse. I also found at Walmart, mixed together, which is very, very funny, I also found the Titans. So everyone knows Pyrus Zenthon. I'm sure you guys have seen videos of him, or a lot of you guys are probably using him to battle online, and he's kind of like the next, I guess, abused, kind of like Dragonoid Colossus, an abused Dimensions Bakugan, because these things are so strong. But hey, whatever. More power to you if you want to brawl with these action figures. That's your choice, your call. This one does have the medallion. Unlock your dimensions, unlock your Bakugan's DNA code. It does have the black die-cast metal packaging. So there at Walmart was a newer case. Sure enough, same Zenthon Titan. I've been over these Titans and Bakugan to compare every little inch in detail, and these are not fakes. These are definitely made at the same factory. And again, the consistency in this packaging, there's the yellow ring of death again on this Titan. Everything looks the same, still has the Spin Master logo and the Sega Toys logo. Doesn't have the medallion. And the back of the packaging, you've got the dimensions again, talking about entering your Titan onto dimensions, unleash your monster. The yellow one, you just get that yellow stripe on the back, Bakugan.com. And again, let's look at the dates on these. This one's made December 13th at BWSG. The one without the DNA code should be made at a later date. And sure enough, it's January 22nd. No, December 20th, BWSG. So again, 1 week later, and ta-da, no DNA code. It gets worse still. Sorry guys, I had to gather a lot of evidence. I had to be real sure before I made any accusations to Spin Master on what's going on. This is what shocked me the most. I haven't done an unboxing on it, but I know there's plenty of them on YouTube there. These are the new combat sets, the Mectanium Surge combat sets. They're also called a Baku Surge pack for some reason. They've got the exclusive target-only colorings. And for some reason, the marbles don't have the traditional Mectanium Surge metal bottom. That's a Subterra Talion. He's got the metal feet, but not the bottom to the marble being metal. So again, they've got the medallion to unlock your Bakugan's DNA code. This was a Wave 1 product. These things came out several months ago. So imagine my surprise when I walk into Target and I see this. There it is. Yellow ring of death again. Die-cast metal in yellow. This is a Wave 1 combat set with Subterra Diesel. It's a re-release. This came out 2 months after the other one that I have. Why would they do this? Again, this is very, very intentional. Is Bakugan secretly trying to end dimensions on us? There's no reference of dimensions on the back. And the date of this one was made 2011, January 7th. The one with the DNA code, December 3rd, APAG. So a month later, they reissued Wave 1 combat sets with no DNA code. Wow. Alright, there's a tiny bit more to my story. Sorry this video is taking so long, guys. I know I'm kind of showing you some of my scores I've got too. This problem affects the new Wave 2 Bakugan Mobile Assaults too. This is a new one here, Copteryx. Actually, these ones, everywhere you went, all you could find is just the ones with the yellow die-cast metal. I thought for sure all they made was Wave 2 BMA with no DNA codes. It's a Ventus Copteryx. And on the back, you've got the telltale yellow stripe. Once more. Get this mode right. And it shows you all of the mobile assaults. Collect them all the BMAs available. And this is what almost every store I went to. Target's had these, Walmart's had these, and I thought for sure something's going on with this mystery. There's just no more DNA codes on the newer lines of Bakugan. Then, after I bought these, just a couple of days ago, I found this. Yep, Wave 2 Mobile Assaults. And what do you see in the background there? The cardboard, blue with lightning and black lettering, die-cast metal, and the medallion there. So I've got Wave 2 BMAs with DNA codes. So let's take a look at what the date story tells us about these. So the ones that I've been collecting a while and that everyone, you see them on eBay and everyone's been getting, these ones are made 2011 on January 17th, BWSG. So on January 17th, these BMAs had no DNA code. And that's consistent with all the rest of the product I showed you. The order was given somewhere around January 7th to stop putting DNA codes on the Bakugan. And this one over here, let's take a look with the DNA code. Again, bought this one just a couple of days ago. Let's look at what the date is. Date of manufacture is December 6, 2010, BWSG. So on December 6th, they were making Wave 2 BMAs with DNA codes. And yet on a month later, January 17, 2011, same factory, they were not giving the DNA code. And again, the yellow writing is the giveaway. All of the packaging will have the yellow writing. Look for the die-cast metal. It really is the easiest key. But the blue cardboard's another big difference there. to look out for. And the back of the packaging really is totally different. They've all got this ugly yellow stripe on it that says for special content and game rules instead of showing you how to enter your DNA code on dimensions. So Wave 2 BMAs are affected. Now, I also picked up some of the Wave 2 Mectagons. They are a little bit cooler, I must admit, than the Wave 1. I'm still not a fan of Mectagons. They're action figures, if you ask me. They're not Bakugan. Bakugan in its truest sense is exploding spheres or bursting balls. These are not exploding spheres or bursting balls. Are they cool action figures? Yeah, they're pretty cool, but I stopped collecting action figures a long time ago. I collect Bakugan. I enjoy Bakugan. So I picked up one of these new Darkest Dreadions, and I actually picked up the rest of the series there too. But we're gonna for this special, we're gonna show you this one because I was fortunate. It did come with the DNA code. It has the black with real die-cast metal on there, and it doesn't have the medallion on the front, but on the back it at least does say "Upload Bakugan Dimensions." Upload your Mectagon, and cool artwork there of a true, I think really the first true Mectagon that's Darkest. The Venexus, in the anime, they brought out a Darkest version of it. Look at Venexus. He's an aquatic bug. He's not Darkest at all. He's Aquos. Even the Bakugan website says that. So in the anime, for him to be thrown out with a Chaos Iron Dragonoid, that was just wrong. That's an Aquos, aquatic Bakugan. Look at his bug eyes. He's not Darkest. So this is the first Darkest one, and this thing does look like it crawled right out of Raisinoid. Or Raisin as he was first called. And this one is the blue packaging and the back, I mean the blue lightning there, and it does come with the DNA code. Well, again, just yesterday, I went into my local Walmart. What did I find? What is this? There it is. The yellow ring of death with real die cast in yellow. And sure enough, white dead cardboard behind him. On the back, that yellow, dumb yellow stripe. And nothing about dimensions. So now everything's affected, guys. Oh, let's check the dates on these. So the one with the DNA code was made 2011, January 6th, and the factory is can't quite read it. WKG. And the one without the DNA code is the same WKG factory, but the date is February 18th, 2011. So February 18th versus January 6th. So a little over a month later, they re-released these Wave 2 mechs without DNA code. So this is really not only a mystery, this is an outright scandal. And you know what? We're getting cheated. Spin Master, you need to give us an answer on the official forums. You guys feel free to comment on this video. Tell me what you've been finding out there in the retail stores, what problems you've had. Have you contacted Spin Master? If you haven't yet, again, their number is 1-800-622-8339. Where's the DNA codes? How's the replacement process? Is this a distributor error? Was this product intended to be international? I don't understand what's going on. When you look at, in fact, I just noticed this. When you look at the back of this mech, it says imported by Spin Master International out of Luxembourg. Why would stuff be coming to North America from Luxembourg? The stuff with the DNA code doesn't say anything about Luxembourg. It just says Spin Master, Toronto, Ontario. Nothing about being imported. So is this stuff that was supposed to go to third world countries or countries that don't have dimensions, and instead we got it here in the US? These still cost $10. Where's the DNA code, Spin Master? You owe it to us. I don't want to talk class action lawsuit or anything, but you're cheating us collectors, fans, and brawlers everywhere, and you shouldn't. And your silence is insulting. The silence is deafening, and you know what? I guess it's an answer in and of itself. So it's not good anyway. Whether these are fake, whether these were designed to be international, they're missing the DNA codes. Spin Master needs to address this. They need to not ignore people on the community forums like myself and others that have been vocal asking what's going on with this no DNA code thing. And again, their lack of response is unacceptable. Hope you guys agree. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's talk about this. And until next time, Mectagon Brawl!